Have you ever hallucinated? Are you sure? It's all a matter of perception. Perception versus Hallucination by Jade King. This is Harold. Harold has a schizoaffective disorder. He sees and hears things that are not there. They are triggered by his mood. When he is angry, he sees black creatures crawling on the floor all around him, surrounding him. The creatures don't interact with the world. They don't obey the laws of physics. Sometimes, Harold can't find where reality begins. Those are hallucinations. This is Jonathan. He is blind, but he wasn't born that way. He lost his vision as a teenager. Recently, he's been hallucinating sight. He sees people moving around his house. He lives alone. Jonathan has Charles Bonnet syndrome. The sight receptors in his brain are being stimulated, but nothing is there. The same can happen with deaf people. They can hallucinate sounds, music, voices. Sound receptors in their brain are triggered, but nothing is there. This is Mark. Mark perceives the world using his senses. Perception dictates how he interacts with the world. He doesn't experience hallucinations like Harold, like Jonathan, but he may experience more subtle hallucinations. We all may. There are times when our senses are unreliable. Receptors used to perceive sensory input go into overdrive. Neurons fire, but nothing is there. Why? There's a fine line between perception and hallucination. All it takes is a little push. Drugs, stress, trauma, they all make our brains short-circuit. Then our sensory receptors fire, and we perceive things that aren't there. So what's the difference? Perception versus hallucination? Perception is always happening. We are always perceiving the world around us. Hallucinations occur when our brains stimulate sensory areas that are not actively receiving information. Hallucination is perception, plus extra. It's not as scary as you think.